Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to our Essential Care Call. It is April 6th, 2020. My name is Aisha Harley, and I am here today with the lovely Dr. Josie Schmidt.
Hi,
We
everyone.
come to you on the first Monday of every month to talk about essential oils and share with you all of the updates for the month. And today, we have a lot to share today. We are first going to go over all of the events that we have coming up all this month. I hope that all of you are staying safe, staying healthy, staying connected. And we have done a lot of pivoting, and we are offering many more online classes right now so we can connect during this time. And of course, I hope all of you are using your oils daily, and we're excited about the oils that we're going to be talking about today. So go ahead and go to the next slide, Jose. So some of the things that we have coming up that we're really excited about, this is for all of you if you are brand new to oils, if you never actually attended a basic class. I know some of you might have just gotten enrolled with doTERRA, but you never actually attended a basic class. Or if you would like to share doTERRA with a friend or a family member, but you're really not sure what to teach them or how to help them get started. We have this incredible gift with these essential oils. They are so valuable. There's just all the ways that we teach to use them to support our immune system. And I do want to go as far as to say they could even be life-saving for people at this time in history. So please do not be shy to share them. And if anything, it can be a great way just to get your oils, your own oil account to be paying for itself so you can get your products for free. So every Tuesday, starting next week, from 4 to 4:45, we are going to be offering, Dr. Josie, Aaron Fugate, and myself are going to be offering a simple online class called Essential Oils Made Easy. Everybody and anybody is welcome to join us. So please take this link. You can take the meme, share it wide with your friends and your family. We just ask that if you've invited people to this class, that you also come to this class and join them. If you have an opportunity to send them a couple samples before they come, that would be helpful. If not, that's okay. And then we will refer everybody that comes to the class back to the person that invited them to help with enrollment. And again, if you need help enrolling somebody new, you can reach to your upline for support. So please come and join us to connect and to learn. We're really excited to be offering these classes. Next slide, Jose. We also have, this is something that was actually planned a while back, and we're excited to have this tomorrow night. This is going to be a 2.5-hour deep dive presentation into pelvic care and how to support everything reproductive, everything feminine with essential oils. This is taught by Tiffany Carroll. She has been teaching and educating and using essential oils in her own practice for 25 plus years. She is a very advanced practitioner. She is a teacher of teachers, and it is a gift to have her teaching us in our community. There is a small fee for this class, so you will need to enroll for it on Eventbrite. If you are unable to join us live, you will have a recording sent to you, a recording sent to you. And she's actually going to do an edited recording and actually chunk the class down so you can watch it in sections. So if you'd like to join us for that, that again will be tomorrow night, 6:30 to 9. That's Pacific time, Pacific Daylight Time. And you can find that link on the Essential Wellness page under events, or on my Aisha Harley business page under events, or on our Essential Wellness link on Eventbrite. Okay, next slide. We are also offering, if you've been on the Oil Talks call, raise your hand or say yes in the chat, both on Facebook and or here. We decided to host this call as a time for connection because as many of us sit in our homes, it is really important to stay connected to the world. And we feel that it's also important to really be using your oils and to properly know how to use them and get the proper education around how to use them. They are an incredible gift to be utilizing during this time. Every call is different. These calls are also not recorded because we really do want to speak freely. We have different guest speakers on every call. We're sharing protocols, we're sharing DIY tips, we're even sharing some essential oil bloopers. We have time for Q&A, and these calls are on Wednesday at noon and also Friday at 4. So this is also a call that you're welcome to share with your teammates and hop on and join us. These are also not live streamed to Facebook Live, so you'll need to get on the Zoom call. Okay, next slide. Okay, so let's talk about these exciting promotions. We're gonna spend most of the call actually talking about the oils that are in the Precious Florals kit. So mine just arrived yesterday, or not yesterday, but on Friday. It is in this absolutely beautiful packaging. Can all of you see this? And these oils are divine. These are just beautiful oils. So not only is this a great gift for mothers, but I think this is a great gift for yourself, most of all. So we're going to do a deep dive into all the oils in here. And then also, so you know, there's 10% off Melissa and Yarrow Pom, and Dr. Josie is going to share with us why we want to be using both of these products during this time. They are both very supportive for what we're going through. And then for everybody that places your 125 loyalty reward order before the 15th of the month, so this is for everybody that's on loyalty rewards with their wholesale account, you will receive a free bottle of Clementine, and we're also going to share more about that oil. Okay, so let's get into it. So Dr. Josie, will you share with us the power of Melissa and why we all need a bottle of Melissa right now?
Yes. Hi, everyone. So I was just reaching for my bottle of Melissa. And so you might also know Melissa as lemon balm. And it has a sweet citrus-like fragrance. It's also, I find it very spicy and kind of peppery. It's one of the hottest oils, literally in terms of kind of spicy heat. It's one of the most rare and expensive oils and has a wide range of health benefits. Some people say, oh my gosh, isn't lemon balm like it's everywhere? It's almost like a, I try and get rid of it. And yes, so it is, it's not rare in that it's very common, but the issue is that it produces such little amount of essential oil from its leaves that it takes such a great amount of actual bulk herbal material to make just a small 5 ml. So that is why it is so expensive. It works from helping to relieve tension and nervousness to supporting the immune system. So let's break that down a little bit. When we think of traditionally Melissa, I think of it having two great actions in the body that are very strong. And one is helping with the tension and nervous system. That's really our whole CNS, our whole nervous system, and really moods. It's one of the premier oils we think of when we want to work with low moods, depressive moods, sadness, deep states of sadness. It's in Elevation, which is one of our wonderful blends for uplifting the mood. So that is one that we prescribe actually a lot, Melissa, and sometimes Elevation as that blend. And then also we think of it for helping the immune system and in a very particular way, and that is actually with viruses. I'm going to say the V word. So it is our premier antiviral out of all the oils. That's the first one we pick. It is very expensive, so there's lots of other oils you can choose from, but to know that with it being 10% off this month, this is an oil to really have in your collection and have right now. Anything else, Aisha, you'd like to?
Dr. Josie, would you just recommend, given the season that we're in right now,
Yeah.
how would one use this oil on a daily basis to support their immunity?
Right. So we talk about ingesting oils, and this is a perfect oil for internal use and internal ingestion. And we talk about making gel caps. I usually save my other oils for combinations for taking internally in a gel cap. And the way I use Melissa, especially right now, or if I get into something, if I get sick with something, but as prevention, I use about a third to a half a drop twice a day. And so what that looks like is I take my bottle and I'll do a little swipe with my finger around the side. And what you'll notice when you do that, see how I got a nice amount of oil just doing that, swiping the side. And that's a morning dose. I do that twice a day, AM, PM. I also carry it in my purse sometimes. And if I'm not going out that much, right? When I do go out, I will do it before and after the store. There's also sometimes the way it gets around the side too, is I'll take my thumb like this. I'll turn it upside down with my thumb on it. And now if you'll notice, my thumb has some, I got a second dose. So there you go. That's a nice way. So you can use it sparingly. It's very strong. You don't have to necessarily use a full drop in a formula. You can, but this is my favorite way to use it, as well as yours. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So one thing I really want to stress about Melissa, as Dr. Josie said, not only is it a very powerful antiviral, it's also really supportive for your emotional health. And a lot of us are struggling right now. So you're going to get that dual action of the support with emotions and your mental well-being, as well as antiviral. And one thing that we want to really stress, we say this all the time, but we're going to say it again, is the power of small, frequent, daily doses. The way to get the very most out of your essential oils is to use them consistently throughout the day. Get your oil routine, have them in your purse, be taking them all day long. Another thing that I am doing right now is I'm acting as if. I'm doing all the things, I'm staying at home, I'm wearing my mask when I go out, I'm wearing my gloves, I'm washing my clothes, etc. But I do have a compromised immune system and I don't want to take any chances. So I am taking Melissa every day, DDR Prime every day, my Lifelong Vitality Pack every day, my probiotics every day. And I'm just acting as if and giving my body that extra support. So Melissa is a powerful oil to bring in, to give yourself. Think of it as your extra secret shield of protection right now. So yes, it's a costly oil, but it is 10% off. That one bottle, that 5 ml bottle, goes a long way and you are worth it. Don't take any chances. Get yourself some Melissa. Okay, let's move on to the next slide.
Let's move on. I just want to say it is the premier oil that you want to have if you do find yourself getting sick. Because one of the properties of this oil, there's actually 2 pathways that it works on in helping our inflammatory systems to modulate and to not get out of control. So that's something that we've been seeing as a problem. And so it helps that anti-inflammatory and that inflammatory natural response in our own body regulate and not get out of control. And so that's a very important action in it as well. All right.
Yes, and if you are interested in hearing more about suggested protocols, etc., please hop on our oil talks calls because we're doing a deeper dive into that. So just a reminder there. Okay, and then there's Yarrow Pom. And not only is Yarrow Pom incredible for our skin and our complexion, but Dr. Josie, tell us why else we should be taking Yarrow Pom right now.
It was very specifically chosen along with the Melissa as the 10% off products. We know that by the action. So right, a lot of things in doTERRA though might have a title like this is the Cellular Beauty Complex, and it is sold through a beauty line, just like Slim and Sassy has that name and they market it for weight loss, but we know it's incredible for regulating our blood sugar and doing a lot of metabolic and very healthy things, right? That too, just like this. So the reason this has been coupled and is being highlighted and 10% off this month with the Melissa is that this is also a really beautiful antimicrobial viral blend to be taking to support your entire system. It is a blend of essential oils, herbs, and nutrients. So if you notice, if you look down, there is vitamin C, zinc, and things like Melissa oil. Melissa oil is in this, so you're getting a little bit when you're taking the capsule. So is frankincense, celery seed, and turmeric oil. So these are really great for your whole nervous system and that and those inflammation pathways to regulate. And then also grapeseed extract is an incredible antioxidant along with the vitamin C and the zinc. So this is definitely one that you want to add in right now with your DDR, your daily DDR capsules and your daily LLV.
And Dr. Josie, I've been taking this at night before bed, but do you have a recommendation if we take this AM or PM?
No, I don't. I mean, whether you could definitely take one twice a day.
Oh,
you could take it AM and PM. Yeah.
That too. Yeah. So whenever it works for you.
Yeah.
I like to take this one at night before bed. But again, having the extra zinc, the frankincense, the turmeric, the Melissa, all the good things are in here. So absolutely awesome. Okay.
All right.
The free product of the month is our beautiful clementine. I absolutely love, 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 love our citrus oils. They are incredible. Clementine has a very uplifting scent. In general, all the citrus oils are fantastic for improving the mood, uplifting the mood. So every morning when I wake up, I take a moment to tune in on how I'm feeling, and then I choose an oil accordingly for my diffuser. So oftentimes citrus oils do go into my diffuser because I just absolutely love the scent of them. And they also blend really nicely with a lot of the other oils. So they're very fresh, they're wonderful. They're also wonderful to add to your water, to drink during the day. Clementine can help ease occasional heartburn or indigestion. And they're also wonderful for cleansing. So I use the On Guard concentrated cleaner, but sometimes I'll add extra citrus oils to that to spray my countertops down, or I'll just take some of the oil and sprinkle it in the sink, etc., and use them that way. And they're also very detoxifying for our body and for our liver. So you will receive this oil, again, when you place your 125 PV order, and run that before the 15th of the month on your loyalty rewards program. If you don't have that set up, that's the very best way to get your essential oils. And doTERRA has been offering oils every month that we can't actually purchase. You can only get them as a gift. So it's a wonderful way to grow your oil collection. Okay, let's move on. The Mother's Day collection. Okay, I do want to acknowledge we're at 10:20. And we do want to spend a little bit of time diving into these floral oils. So I think we're going to go a few minutes past 10:30. I hope that that is okay with all of you. If it's not, this call will be recorded if you need to circle back. But I'm just going to take the time that we need to go through because we have a lot to share. So I have already shown you this beautiful kit. And you can purchase this month wholesale. It is $68 and or retail it's $90.67. Those are the US prices. It includes rose, jasmine, neroli, magnolia, and blue lotus. And let's dive right into these oils. So first of all, we're going to talk about blue lotus. This is a really special oil. I had the privilege of getting a sneak peek of blue lotus in Hawaii when I was there for the Blue and Presidential Summit from Emily Wright. And I heard Emily share her story of this being one of her favorite oils, for her looking for it for, I believe, has it been 20 years? She's been on the search for this beautiful oil. and she's only been able to find adulterated or fully synthetic versions of it. It is a very, very rare and unusual oil to come by. So her sourcing team came to her and said, we think we found some Blue Lotus. And she said, I don't even want to smell it until you fully test it to make sure that it is absolutely pure, which it was. So this is offered in this Mother's Day kit for a very limited time, and it's also while supplies last. So I want to tell you a little bit more about Blue Lotus. It is sourced from, oh wait, go back to the other slide there. It is sourced from Southeast Asia, and only the head of the Blue Lotus flower is used to make the essential oil. It is cultivating, harvested, and extracted. Blue Lotus is a true labor of love. It takes a lot of time and energy to extract just a very little bit of essential oil from these flowers. And it's a very rare oil, like I had shared with you. And again, there's just enough for our Mother's Day collection. So let's go into the next slide and we'll tell you a little bit more about it. So our Blue Lotus is combined with fractionated coconut oil, and it's a majestic, deep blue flower from Egypt. So they're the Blue Lotuses. They grow in water. They bloom in the morning time. They're just absolutely exquisite and beautiful. It's often referred to as a water lily, and it symbolizes long life, health, and good luck. And you just simply want to apply it to your pulse point. So I like to put it on my wrists. I like to put it behind my ears. I like to rub it on my heart and enjoy that. And again, just take a smell of it. And you can also use it as part of your daily skincare routine. Now, on a deeper level, it increases circulation. It's a euphoric. It can increase sexual desire. It's wonderful to use to enhance a massage or if you're practicing any kind of tantric massage, it can be brought in for those purposes. It aids in spiritual connection. It's a very deeply spiritual oil. It's stress relieving. It elevates your consciousness. It has very calming properties. And what's really exciting is that it is an oil that aligns your chakras. It fully aligns your chakras. If you're not familiar with chakras, they're energy points that circulate through the body. You can just Google chakras and you'll find a little chart, but the main ones start at the base of the pelvic floor and go up to the top of your head. And when you wake up in the morning, you can just apply a little bit of oil on each of your chakras. And as I just learned from Erin Fugate this morning, it also is an oil that helps align you with your true purpose. I know that Ariana Harley is on the call. Ariana, if you have any pointers on Blue Lotus that you want to type into the chat, that would be wonderful because we know that you're so knowledgeable. But it's absolutely exquisite, and we're going to share with you how you can layer it with these other oils to create your own signature scent. So let's move on to our next oil.
All right. So exciting. I can't wait to get mine. And our next, I would say, favorite oil of the florals, although it's really hard to choose favorites, is rose.
We might say that about all of them. We love all the florals.
I know, gosh.
They're in these beautiful little bottles. I love how they're packaged.
They're adorable, 4 ml, yeah. Well, so our rose comes from the blossoms of the Damascus rose from Bulgaria. And the blossoms are so delicate that the oil must be distilled the exact same day the rose is picked. Isn't that incredible? And look at those blossoms. And it takes approximately 10,000 rose blossoms to produce 5 mils of the bottle of rose. So the one you're getting is what we call the touch version. And so that is rose oil in then a carrier oil, and for doTERRA it's fractionated coconut oil. But some of us they now have, and we can purchase a 5 ml of pure rose essential oil. And that is the one that takes 10,000 rose blossoms. So that's just taking that in, right? The energetics of rose are so incredible when you think of that amount of rose blossoms coming. And let's go to the other rose. And just to be clear, so this is the touch. This is with the carrier oil, the rose, right? Separate from the 5 ml. And when we talk about blue lotus and jasmine, those are absolutes, right? So the pure rose is an essential oil, pure essential oil. And then the versions here with both jasmine and blue lotus are also touch versions. So they are with the carrier oil. So they are diluted some, and right, that makes it so affordable for us to use. And I'll talk about that with jasmine, the difference between an essential oil and an absolute. But let's continue with rose. So the rose touch combines the coconut oil with the rose. And I have my 5 ml of pure rose, and I can tell you it is so strong. I make my own touch versions, and I am always surprised how few drops of the pure rose I need in my rose touches. And it's almost the same and similar. It's that powerful. You dilute it. It's like that drop into the ocean, and it's almost, it pervades. It's incredible. So we apply this throughout the day to uplift our soul and change our mood for the better. For me, rose, I make my own, I call it my face caviar, and I make my own blend of oils that I apply to my face. And these oils, the neroli, the jasmine, and the rose touch, are all in my face caviar. I want all of those on my face. And then I use it on my chest a lot of the times as well. So there it is in your skincare. Aisha, do you want to tell us a little bit more about
Yes.
the emotional energetics?
So we're going to talk about the emotional energetic side of each oil, because we think this is especially important. And the information has been sourced from our emotions books that we like to refer to. The biggest takeaway that I want all of you to remember about rose is it is our highest vibration oil of all of our oils. It has the highest vibration, and everything has a vibration. As human beings, we have a vibration, and oftentimes our vibration is fluctuating. When we're feeling low or ill, our vibration is lower. In fact, when somebody passes, it becomes a 0 vibration, right? If somebody then is in other states, it becomes higher. So our personal vibration fluctuates. The things that we eat, the people that we're around, the things we do in our day, they constantly affect our vibration. If you feel that you are in a low vibration or at any state, you need to raise your vibration. If you need more protection, bring out the rose, because just by simply bringing the rose into your energetic field, it is going to help raise your vibration. When our vibration is low, that's when we tend to get ill. It's when we tend to get stressed out. So think of that energetic protection that the rose brings. It can also feel one or assist one in feeling loved, feeling more compassion, feeling more tender-hearted, more accepting, more empathetic. It can really help bring in healing and help one receive divine love. A challenge for us as humans oftentimes is receiving. We're so used to giving, but we all need to work on being open to receiving love and abundance and healing into our own world. Rose can also assist if you're feeling constricted, if you're feeling closed, if you're feeling brokenhearted, if you're having a hard time being compassionate towards other, if you're feeling wounded, or if you're just feeling disconnected in general. So remember, use it to uplift, to heal, to open, to protect. And the last thing I want to say about rose is rose has been studied at Johns Hopkins University, and we know that rose is a powerful antimicrobial. And correct me, Josie, if I'm wrong, but I believe it is beneficial for gram-positive and negative bacteria. Is that correct?
Correct. It's on par with oregano.
Exactly. So it's not one you might think of for infections, but it's also another powerful energetic protector, but also very antimicrobial. Okay, let's move on.
So the next essential oil in this touch blend is neroli. And so neroli is made from the blossoms of the orange trees. It's sourced in Egypt. And I like to teach it that we have our wild orange citrus oil, and we have petite grain or petitgrain. And now we then came with neroli, and they all come from the same tree. And so the wild orange is from the fruit of the tree. The petitgrain is from the leaves and the branches of the wild orange tree. And the neroli is from the beautiful white flowers of the wild orange tree. So they're all in that same lineage and family, to think of them that way. And each of those tiny white blossoms of the neroli are hand-picked at the correct time in its flowering cycle. And then quickly, just like the rose, right? It has to be very quickly steam distilled to extract the oil. And it takes 40 pounds of freshly picked blossoms to create one 15 ml bottle of neroli. Now, our neroli bottles, I have rose and magnolia here, right? They're the 15 mils. They're even talking about, oh no, that's not the touch line, right? So when they say that, the 40 pounds, that means pure essential oil. So doTERRA does not sell a 15 mil of pure neroli essential oil. They sell the 10 mils of the neroli touch. And let me tell you, these are so euphoric and sweet and divine. You do not need the direct 15 mil of the oil. You want it in a touch version. It's the perfect dilution ratio. So that's the touch version is with coconut oil. And so there you go, the flowers from the bitter orange tree. And definitely uplifting. And I know it more for feelings of anxiousness, relaxation. Neroli can be incredible for menstrual cramps and spasms. It's one that I use a lot for my whole pelvic care and pelvic health. I love to use it when I'm having any kind of spasms or pains. I use it in my skincare and my face care. In my face caviar recipe, it's beautiful for that. It's really lovely to put in recipes that are for kind of anxious feelings and for helping to calm down. And Aisha, why don't you let us in more on the emotional side?
We're talking about each oil, I'm rolling it on so I can really, I'm going to be smelling really divine by the end of this call. So neroli is regarded as the oil of shared purpose and partnership, or you could think of it as the oil of intimacy. And as Dr. Josie said, right, it's balancing for the hormones. So that is part of keeping ourselves healthy in our intimacy. It can help in the feelings of patience, supporting empathy, kindness, tolerance, calmness. Again, supports intimate sexual desire. It can help support your resilience, your feelings of being cooperative and committed. And then on the other side, neroli can also assist one in releasing feelings of impatience. If you're feeling conflicted, restless, is anyone feeling restless right now? Even bitter, frustrated, unsympathetic, disloyal, dispassionate, sexually inhibited, aloof, unkind, blaming, etc. So you can, if you're feeling any of those emotions, bring it in to support the body in shifting your state of being. Okay, let's go on to the next call.
So talking about jasmine. So jasmine, here we say sweet and captivating, dainty white jasmine blossoms come from, are popular in bridal bouquets all over the world. Ours is sourced from Egypt. And that's interesting because it used to be India. So they must be sourcing from Egypt right now. And the flowers have a delicate chemistry, and the blossoms are picked early in the morning when they're most aromatic. And it takes approximately 20,000 hand-pick jasmine blossoms to create a 5 ml of, this is again, a 5 milliliters of pure jasmine essential oil. And maybe I misspoke. I thought the jasmine was a absolute. Sometimes they use it in our Whisper blend. It was an absolute in the early days. So what I want to say, I'll go to the next slide, is that, oh yeah, it's a jasmine absolute. Okay, great. So I wasn't wrong. So both jasmine and blue tansy are absolutes. And really all this means is when we talk about an essential oil, doTERRA is, except for its citrus oils, they're steam distill their essential oils, and it goes through a single long one distillation for doTERRA, and that produces an essential oil. And whereas an absolute goes through a 2-step process. And so because the little tiny flowers they're so delicate that they would just get clumped and too much to go through just a pure long standard distillation. And so they do this first process where they do this steam distillation, and then they goes through and it gets us all the waxy parts and stuff. And then they do a second step process with it. And what we know is that actually absolutes then end up being more concentrated with the actual constituents. So they can be more powerful and definitely more medicinally powerful. And when you experience the jasmine in its pure 5 ml form, it is so strong and powerful. I am very grateful for doTERRA for putting out the touch version, because that is, I love that dilution. And again, I find it a perfect ratio. And it's wonderful to apply to pulse points. It has a euphoric. It's definitely, all of them notice the theme of uplifting and enhancing and working with definitely our hormones and helping to balance. Both jasmine and neroli are oils that I alternate and use with the Kilari Calm blend all month long for my hormone balancing effects. And jasmine, again, is incredible for the skin. I use it on my skin every day with my personal blend. It's incredible for, just like neroli, I would say, for anxiousness and relaxing as well. It's one that we know some of our team members really laud as being an incredible help for the dogs, for dog anxiousness. It's one of those preferred oils to help them with the calming down as well. And Aisha, yeah.
Yes, I was going to take note of that. It was Tiffin that brought to our attention the power of jasmine and our friends. And I just brought home a new pup, and it's been really sweet. I have the jasmine sitting on the coffee table, and I've been putting just a little bit on my hands and petting her with it. And the other day, she grabbed the jasmine bottle off of the table and brought it to her bed, which
Wow.
I've never had one of my dogs actually pick the bottle up and bring it to their sleeping place. I just was totally blown away. So you might be seeing a theme happening with these oils. Jasmine is the oil of sexuality, purity, and balance. So you're seeing this theme of hormone balance and of supporting our sexual balance. It evokes a feeling of joy, peace, self-confidence, trust, and safety. And it may also help release unresolved sexual traumas, sexual repression, and or fixation.
And then magnolia. This essential oil is made from a species of the magnolia tree that is known as the white, I don't even know, Kampachia, or the white jade orchid tree. Wow. And it's sourced in China, and it is harvested, the blossoms are harvested by hand and left in the sun to dry before being distilled. Now, the magnolia blossoms can be harvested twice a year. And like jasmine and rose, magnolia flowers don't yield much essential oil. So it takes a lot of the flowers to make just a little bit of the oil. And we combine this in the touch version with the coconut oil. And it is known for That's interesting. I'm reading some of what they're saying for its emotional benefits with its fresh and compelling sweet aroma. I love magnolia, and but I have to say it took a little bit of getting to get used to. It was one of those kind of acquired flavor tastes for me. It's like, it's a little funky, actually. And it's like, unlike the others that are straight up floral euphorics, I would say here's magnolia. It has an inch. Some people love it. Some people think it's a little funky and strange. So I'm just going to out that right there. Like lavender or bergamot, magnolia is primarily linalool. It is actually up to, doTERRA's is up to 70% linalool. What does that mean? Linalool is the ingredient that's in lavender that makes, we say lavender is all things calming and soothing and helps relax all of our nerves and our nervous system. That's the linalool. And lavender has about 35% linalool. So here comes along magnolia with 70. It's like twice lavender's calming and relaxing properties. Wow. Yeah. So all my kind of soothing and anxious blends, oh my gosh, I just completely go hog wild with the magnolia. And so that's what, for me, made me really love it. When I want to relax my muscles and I don't feel like smelling medicinal or minty, here's one of my little tips. Magnolia and copaiba. Those two oils, just those two, I'll put a little bit in the palms of my oils and then I'll rub it on my neck and such forth. And immediately, everything will just relax. It's incredible. And I can still, like, I don't have to smell medicinal or minty.
I want to say, I'm reading the chat here. I love Ariana's description that magnolia smells like dried peaches. And Kate is saying it's one of her favorite oils. It's a desert island oil. So as you can see, we all have different perception of scent. And what one person doesn't care for might be another person's favorite oil. So keep that in mind. It's all very personal as far as our smell preferences. So magnolia is regarded as the oil of compassion. It can assist us in feeling connected, compassionate, interconnected, unified, thoughtful, insightful, perceptive, respectful. And then magnolia can also assist one in releasing fears of feeling disconnected, numb, lonely, isolated, withdrawn, justifying, unsympathetic, or unkind. I'm finding with all of these energetics, especially on the kind of more lower vibration, I'm sure that all of us have been going through different feelings of feeling disconnected, feeling lonely, feeling possibly numb, feeling withdrawn. I know that I certainly have. So no, there's no judgment on that. And that is how our oils can help shift that reality for us and help all of us really take care of ourselves during this time.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Magnolia is my border collie, my dog's favorite oil, and he doesn't like the oils that much. But whenever I put magnolia on my fingertips, he'll come towards me and lick it off of my fingers, and he loves it. It really helps him to calm down.
Oh, that's a great point. Kelly is sharing, I love magnolia and peace for their combined calming effects while traveling. I love peace. What a great combination. Let's hold on. I'm just looking at the comments because there's so many great shares.
Oh, there's some good ones. Yeah. I definitely noticed there's this interesting thing where, like, the neroli jasmine phenomenon. Have you noticed that? Where people who love one of them, who feel very strongly about one of them, sometimes don't like the other. Like,
yes,
you can kind of make camps. There's like team neroli or team jasmine.
Yeah. And there's team jasmine and there's team rose.
Oh, I feel like everyone loves rose. There's hardly anyone who doesn't like rose.
So there are some questions about what to blend these with. Well, first of all, I want to say through this call, I've layered each one on top of the other. Ooh, and it smells really good over here, everyone. So you can certainly just play with the ones in the kit. But I also this is sort of just some general concepts about blending. If you think of the base notes, putting a base note with a floral and then possibly a citrus. So you can play with this, but this is an opportunity to make your own signature scent or your own perfume while you're supporting your body, supporting your emotions. And then of course you become a walking diffuser. So you have a positive effect on those that you're coming into your 6-foot distant contact with. So the base notes that we love to play with are sandalwood, vetiver, patchouli, frankincense. Those are all really great base notes. I'm a big fan of sandalwood and rose together.
Yeah.
And Dr. Josie said, if you have the pure rose, it is so strong that literally 1 drop of rose and a 5 ml of, like 10 drops of sandalwood and some coconut oil, like it goes a long way. And then you want to mix in your florals, which would be the blue lotus, the jasmine, the neroli, magnolia, rose. Of course, we have a lot of other florals, but that's what we're focusing on today. And then you can bring in a citrus oil like wild orange, tangerine, grapefruit, lime, any of the mandarins. I love green mandarins and blend. And we don't have it on here, but I'm a big fan of bringing in a little pink pepper or black pepper, just because it adds a little spice. And I'm also a big, huge fan of black spruce. So Dr. Josie, what are some of your favorite combinations for your own signature scents?
So I actually, when I open and when I get a rose touch, I open it, I get the, with my little thing, but you can use like a butter knife, I pop off the top and I immediately divide it into 2. So I have two bottles. I just save my old bottles and I use them. But you can buy extra bottles. doTERRA has them in their back office. And right off the bat, my favorite thing is to combine with the rose sandalwood, just like you said. So I will add 20 drops of sandalwood to my half bottle of Rose Touch, and I'll keep one of those, and then I'll make another one with the 20 drops of sandalwood, and I'll play around with the citruses. I really love tangerine with those. So, and one I'll have a citrus oil, but sometimes I just want the sandalwood and rose. And I play with different stuff, but I'll have one of those always in my purse. And I mean, it's kind of an expensive hand sanitizer, but hey, I deserve it. So this is what I use actually sometimes as my hand sanitizer and it's like doubles. It's my my hand moisturizer and my hand sanitizer, and then I get to do my deep inhalations, and so completely changes my vibration and my whole field all at once. It's great. So I love those 2. I really love to put together magnolia with vetiver, lime, and copaiba. Try that one for any anxious muscles or feelings. That's a really good one. Yeah, those are some. And so you can see you start to get really, this is where it gets juicy and playful and delicious and delicious. And the side benefit is that all these oils uplift your vibration and your mood, and almost all of them are really antimicrobial. So there's no need for other kinds of like hand sanitizers that aren't good for you.
Absolutely. That's what we love about our oils, right? Is they protect us, they support our immune system. They have all the antis in them. So they're just good for all the things. And I think if you have a favorite blend, go ahead and put it either on the Facebook chat and or on the Zoom chat. Also, there have been some questions about Dr. Josie's Face Caviar blend. And it's kind of an extensive blend, and we've made a meme for it. So what I'll do is I will share that on the feed on Facebook after the call, so you can see what that recipe is. And she does use the oils from the Touch line, the ones that are like the rose. It's from the Rose Touch.
I use jasmine, neroli, and rose. Yeah, they're all the Touch.
Get ready. It's like it's a hefty blend, but it is incredible.
You don't have to use all of them, so you can make up your own. It is hefty. It was my hold no bar, right? Blend. It was like no holding back.
Yeah.
So
Delicious. And now is a great time to make that. Another really fun thing to do is, I know a lot of you have children at home, is help them make their own blend, empower them to put a blend together. It could be just a general protection blend. It could be to help with scary dreams. It could be help with their anxiety. Teach them how to use the oils and how to self-soothe with the oils. They're so potent that way. So it can just be a really fun activity to get together with your family and for everybody to make their own oil blend. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Okay, so we just want to point this out because this is really cool. So the touch, or this little precious floral kit, again, it's limited time only. So I wouldn't delay in your ordering because it surely will sell out. And you can just see the equivalent of our larger touch oils. And if you were to buy all of these oils in their full version, it would be $187. But right now we get the mini 5-bottle set for $68. This is our wholesale price. Plus the bonus oil is the Blue Lotus, which is only available during this time. So let me just see if there's any other notes before we wrap up our call. Thank you for staying a little later. I know that we've gone over. Dr. Josie and I really struggle to keep things short, as you all know, because we have so much we want to share. And especially now, it's such a gift to connect with all of you. It means the world to me that we have one another, that so many people are showing up online to connect. It's really important for all of our mental health and well-being. Please don't be shy to share our resources and our information and these gifts that we have. People really, really need them now. So whether you're building a doTERRA business or not, it doesn't matter. Now is the time to reach out to your neighbor, your family, your friends, and offer some of your wisdom and this beautiful, potent, powerful tool that we all have to keep ourselves healthy. So again, tomorrow we have our class with Tiffany Carroll. On Wednesday, we have oil chats. On Friday, we have oil chats. Next Tuesday, we're going to have our basic class. We have all kinds of things happening during the month. Check in under the event tab, put it in your calendar. And then the last thing, we didn't make a slide for it, but this is a gift that is probably a once in a lifetime opportunity for you if you are not actually building a doTERRA business. And that is that you have the opportunity to join us at Leadership. Our Leadership was canceled. This is a time for deeper education. Dr. Hill is going to be giving a class on the adaptive system. The adaptive system is incredible for stress, anxiety, depression. I am leaning on it heavily right now. It can help with sleep. You can just use it situationally if you're having a bad day, or it's something that you can take as part of your regular healthcare routine, your mental wellness routine. So these are opportunities to hear and learn from our top leaders, and everybody can register and attend. It will all be online. It's spaced out over a couple of weeks, and we have the schedule posted under events. So gather with your friends online and let's all watch Leadership and learn together. Dr. Josie, do you have anything else you'd like to add before we close up?
no, I think that's a lot. It's great.
Great. Well, thank you all so much for joining us. Have a wonderful day, evening, wherever you're tuning in from the world, and we'll have this recording posted soon. Thank you all for joining.